Good evening, everybody. We are going to be making another delicious recipe. It's quick and simple, especially for you busy moms out there. My husband likes to call it Mexican casserole. It's delicious, and you have leftovers for lunches the next day. I'm going to show you how. So the ingredients for this meal is very limited. You don't have to have a whole bunch. You're going to be using 2.5 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breast. You're also going to be using one 10.5-ounce can of Creme of Mushroom soup, one also 10.5-ounce can of Creme of Chicken soup, either red or green enchilada sauce, and then you're going to be using corn tortillas and shredded Fiesta Mexican cheese. So the first part of this that you're going to do is I'm going to take 2.5 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breast, and I'm going to cook it up. We're going to be able to chop or shred it later, whatever your preference is. So what I do is I take a pot of boiling water, just a little bit, not too much. I put in the chicken, add all my seasonings that I would like, and get that puppy going for about 25-30 minutes until the chicken is nice and tender to where I can shred it. So in here, I added in the 2.5 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breast, and I put in one tablespoon of minced garlic. I do about a tablespoon of soy sauce, as well as probably about 2 teaspoons of each of these seasonings, so onion powder, cumin, and seasoning salt. And then I add in also 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning, and I let that baby boil here for about 25 to 30 minutes. Okie dokie, time is up. So I took the chicken out of the pot and I have it right here on my cutting board, and we'll go ahead and show you that. So chicken kind of always freaks me out anyways, so before I dice it completely up, I always cut into it and make sure that it is nice and white, there's no pink, and it's not raw, especially if you're using frozen chicken. Sometimes 25 to 30 minutes doesn't completely cook them in the pot. Now what you're going to do is you're going to either chop these chicken breasts up nice and fine, or you can shred them. Your preference, whichever you want to do. I even know some people who kind of do a rough chop and stick them in a food processor, give it a quick couple of spins to where it comes out nice and just almost completely shredded in a matter of seconds. So whatever your method to that madness is, go for it. And right before you start chopping up your chicken, I would suggest to preheat your oven to 350 to 400 degrees, depending on what type of depending on what type of oven you have, whether it's gas or electric. Sometimes gas gets hotter, so you want like a 350, and sometimes electric, you have to bump it up to 400, or vice versa, depending on how old your stove is. So I do mine, it's electric stove at 350. Now that your chicken is chopped up so beautifully, you're going to add your can of Creme of Chicken and your can of Creme of Mushroom into the bowl with the chicken and give it a good stir. Yay, that's all mixed together. Alright, so now this next part is almost kind of like assembling a lasagna. You're going to do layers of your corn tortillas into your baking dish. Then you're going to add a layer of your chicken mixture, and then top it off with cheese, and repeat. More tortillas, the rest of the chicken mixture, and more cheese. This right here is 2 cups finely shredded Fiesta blend cheese. I basically use the entire thing. Alrighty, this guy is all layered up. So basically there's corn tortillas on the bottom, a layer of the chicken mixture, cheese on top, and then we did another layer of tortillas, chicken again, and then lastly I just did tortillas, then cheese on top. So there's really only 2 layers here of chicken mixture. Now we're going to pop this guy right into the oven, and we're going to let it bake at 350 for 15 minutes till everything gets nice and melted and delicious. Alrighty, when you have about 5 minutes left on your timer for your enchiladas, go ahead and put your enchilada sauce on the stove and start heating that bad boy up. Alrighty, so when your timer beeps, go ahead and remember to remove your sauce from the heat. It should be heated up by now. And also take your enchiladas out of the oven. They should be nice and cheesy and melted and just smelling absolutely delicious. And here they are. They are just gorgeous. Alrighty, so that is basically it. You can feel free to top these guys off with, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, sour cream, whatever you like. And of course, don't forget your enchilada sauce. That's the best part. Alright, guys. That was really super simple. Altogether, total cooking time from start to finish is approximately 1 hour, but really your chicken is cooking for about 25 minutes. You could be doing something else, playing with the kiddos, housework, whatever you got going on. Just leave it to cook and you're good to go. And then maybe 10 minutes of putting it all together as, in layers, and then it cooks for another 15. So once again, you can go off and do something else and just wait for the timer. So I really hope you guys liked it. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to put all the ingredients and directions and everything like that in the description box for you, so you have the recipe. But if you get confused or forget a step, just message me, or if something goes wrong, feel free to contact me and be like, what happened? But other than that, it should be really super simple, especially for your busy mamas out there, trying to throw dinner together as quickly as possible. As you can see, they're just bouncing around everywhere. So good luck. I really hope you guys enjoy it, and we'll see you next time.